Hey guys, what's going on? Sincere here with whoissincere.com and the All Rights Matter show. Listen, want to do a quick story on this Bitcoin here. Bitcoin is a very, very interesting topic. It's a really hot topic right now, and everyone's talking about it. Due to its recent rise in the last few months. We're talking about, well, you should really say the last year. We're talking about just epic increase. Now, I've always, in personal conversations with friends and family, I'm always, skeptical of Bitcoin because I believe, anything that you make a limited supply of and that has a value that's not controlled, and really no rules and regulations, it has the ability of being bought by major money interest, and that's my view and feel of Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin has continued on and as it's reached upwards of about 20 grand per coin, I that's more than most Americans make in a lot in a whole year of working. So there's no way they're immediately shut out of that market. So it kind of proves my point over time. The cryptocurrency becomes so expensive that normal people can't even really afford to participate, in having even one coin. So there's that. Um, so South Korea has announced a Bitcoin ban plan. Now, there's a lot of people talking about it right now, and I'm getting a couple comments like this from people. Says no, South Korea is not banning Bitcoin. The Blue House, equivalent to the White House, has come out and said that they aren't banning it. They're just going to actually be placing stricter regulations on it. Now, I've read a couple articles just to kind of see what they were doing, but so one of the regulations on the way that they actually want to pass it is they don't want Bitcoin traded in domestic currency any longer. What does that mean? That means they don't want their money tied up in Bitcoin. They don't want their people in their country in South Korea to be able to trade Bitcoin with their money. So effectively, that is shutting Bitcoin down, because they will then have to. I mean, they can trade in U.S. currency. I'm sure if they wanted to, and then convert that U.S. currency over. But I'm sure there'll be heavy regulations on that. And place more regulations on the U.S. dollar itself. So this could have ramifications that even impact the dollar itself. If South Korea comes up with a plan to, um, you know, um, reduce the amount of dollars that can be converted in a day or something, due to the threat of Bitcoin, tax evasion or something, whatever they want to call it, however they want to word it, because that's what they're saying now. They've, pretty much in South Korea, what the big scare is, they've raided a bunch of cryptocurrency places, so they've, raided a bunch of places, they've arrested people on, on tax evasion. How true is all of this? We really don't know yet. I mean, and really, it's governments doing what governments do. They want their piece of the pie of everything. Everything is illegal unless they can have a piece of it. If they can have a piece of it, then have at it. They just want to heavily regulate it so they make a lot of money with their code enforcers, and make a lot of money off the taxation of it. It's every product, every service in society. They want their piece of it. So I thought that this, was a little bit interesting that South Korea is making such a large move to actually, place some extra regulations out there on it. Now, what does this mean? Is it going to kill Bitcoin? No, not even close. So let's go take a look at the Bitcoin price. It's bouncing all over the place. It was down to 13 700, I think, not too long ago. Now it's up at 13 843. So, and when I say not too long ago, I mean like 10 minutes ago. The fluctuations are pretty drastic at this point. People are waking up, here to this news and trying to, in the Western world, trying to figure out how to digest this, if you will. This has kind of happened overnight. Um, so I don't know. We'll kind of see how everyone reacts to this, but from what you can see so far, is it's bouncing around a little bit. And if you can take a look at the chart right about here, right above the C there, Bitcoin.com, the C and com. If you look right above that, that's the high right there. So if you look at where we're at now, or at 13.8, that says a lot. That says a lot. Is the bubble gonna pop soon? And is it really gonna drop down? I'm not sure. I'm not a Bitcoin expert, and I think the markets are way too volatile to for anybody to make that guess, because no one knows if a country like South Korea is going to wake up tomorrow and decide they want to place heavy government regulations, on cryptocurrencies, and raid people's houses or businesses and arrest them for tax evasion. So unless you can tell what country is going to be able to do that, it's hard for you to really be able to predict where the market is going to go. Um, so we'll kind of see, what happens with cryptocurrency, how low it's going to drop down. I I have no idea. Some people think it's going to get stronger. Um, it could get stronger, but as of right now, I don't see that happening. I really, really don't see that happening. And as a matter of fact, if we go back here for a second, let's see. Let's try to. This might be the article here. There's a graph I'm looking for. Here it is. So they were looking at a value over time for Bitcoin in the classic asset bubble. I guess there's a graph that they use to be able to, so you can visualize what the asset bubble looks like. And if they're showing you right here, to me, they're predicting that Bitcoin is about to have its fall. Okay, that's what they're saying. They're saying that we're getting out of the mania phase and we're going into the blow off phase. And in the blow off phase, as you'll notice in Jean Paul Rodriguez, I think that's how you say it, Jean Paul Rodriguez, classic asset bubble, there's a precipitous fall that happens. I mean, it's a very, very steep fall in a very short amount of time. And we're talking about almost wipeout levels. We're talking about dipping below what it normally started at, or maybe where it was stable at for a while. So that says a lot. That says a lot. Now, there's a lot of people that have a lot of money invested in Bitcoin right now. If there was a fall like this that was to happen, um, it would be it would crush some people who have created their whole income off of Bitcoin. So I hope that doesn't happen. I don't think that Bitcoin is going to follow um this exact, classic asset bubble. I believe that Bitcoin may be a little bit more resilient than the classic asset bubble, in the fact that it's attached to world currencies. So it may get rocked in one market, but it may come back and do really strong in another market. There may be some leniency in pro crypto countries. So we kind of have to just see where it's going to go, but I think that, there's a lot of people that are really starting to pay attention to it, and whether this does have the very appearance of the classic asset bubble. So just buyer beware. If you see this chart and you can understand this, then you know that you're investing in a risk. So at the end of the day, um, just beware. All right, guys, that's all I have for you right now. And I'll just tell you like this. Just beware, guys. But that's all I have for you right now. We'll come back and check out this topic again very soon. I'd say probably within the next week or two. Maybe the next few days. We're gonna see how this thing goes, but buyer beware. All right. It's been Sincere with whoissincere.com, the All Rights Matter show. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure if you support this channel, you head on over to mcafamilyfirst.com. Go ahead and get your family protected with coverage that's better than AAA. If you want to make a little bit of money with me, head over to secretnewworld.com. It's a great way to actually make a little bit of extra income during these times that we're in. And, it's been around for at least 7, going on actually about 8 years now. So um, head over to secretnewworld.com. Check that out. Beware, guys, on this cryptocurrency. I'm out.